Hello, it's Marek. Welcome to MDrives. Welcome to another video and welcome Joe again. Today it's gonna be first drive for Joe in my car with the new suspension. So since we last met, I fitted Bilstein B16 kit. The kit was on the car only for 5 days now, so it's not fully settled yet, but it's night and day compared to the stock car, so hopefully Joe will be able to pick up on all the differences. I'm sure he will. You had Bilstein suspension in M140 before, didn't you?
Yeah. So the B12.
B12,
kit.
okay.
Yeah. So not full coilover, but certainly an improvement.
Right. Okay. Yeah. It's all yours. Have a go.
How it is. Warm.
Yes, yeah.
Okay. Straight away, the comfort level is like it just irons out the little imperfections so well.
That was my first kind of impression.
Yeah.
It just makes the road feels so smoother.
Settled, isn't it?
Yeah.
So settled. Yeah.
On the kind of bigger bumps, it follows them.
Yeah.
So you the car travels with the road more up and down. But in terms of all the small imperfections in the road, it just irons them out. And actually, it's set to 6 at the front and 5 at the rear, so kind of in a middle setting at the moment. I could potentially go much softer, I guess. So that's something I'm still going to play with. I think I might leave it as it is for now.
Yeah.
And after I come back from the ring, I might have a bit of play one day with the setting. Set it to the softest setting, hardest setting, and then see what I like. But out of the box, I love it.
Yeah. I can see why. I mean, even all the cabin like noises are down, aren't they? Because there's like very little vibration coming through. That's nice. That's a big difference. I wonder how this compares to the M Performance then, as well. Interesting.
I bet they are quite similar. I mean, I think from what I read, both V3s and Performance are similar to Bilstein, maybe slightly more comfortable.
Yeah.
Compliant, I guess. But yeah, to me that was the biggest difference. It was just how, even when you're going through this kind of stickers on the road, whatever they called, it just irons them out. I realized the same bumps I'm taking now on the familiar roads, it's just, first of all, it's quieter, so it dampens all the imperfections so well that it actually, the noises I had before, they are now like half the volume.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah.
And it's just, despite, like, you know, the car traveling with the road more, so on road like this, which is extremely bumpy and uneven, it is still kind of, you know, you're still jumping up and down in your seat, but it's
a lot more tolerable.
It's not crashy at all. It's like all the little bits, it's just they just gone. So yeah, I think in my mind, I'm happy with my choice. Happy with the suspension, definitely. I was worried if I will still be able to justify the cost, you know, after I get it, and maybe I won't be 100% happy, but so far I'm over the moon.
Yeah. Oh yeah. It's it's going to be interesting jumping back in my car and just seeing how sort of average the standard suspension is, unfortunately.
And I think this one has still a bit to settle. So at the moment, I think the rear is 604 millimeters and 607 at the back, and 607 and 610 at the front. So it still needs to settle. It still needs to be readjusted, which I'm going to do next week, actually, end of next week. But yeah, I think
how much lower is it?
I don't know. I forgot to measure it before, but I think it's about 20 something lower at the rear, and about 30 at the front.
Okay, yeah, quite a substantial drop then. It's a bit like having never driven on this road before in an M2. It's completely different. Completely different.
I remember when I bought M2, I was like, oh my god, this is amazing, you know, how well it sits on the road. And M3, M2?
Yeah. Yeah. It's really quite confidence inspiring, to be honest. Because you're just not being jolted about, you're not being sort of thrown about in your seat too much, and you can just focus on turning in and changing gear. It's really nice. I can see why you said you're pleased with it.
Yeah, let's jump into yours, and we'll see how different it is, really.
Yeah, the middle of that road there is all quite bumpy, isn't it? And that just kind of ironed it straight out. It wasn't a problem.
Yeah, I've realised driving on that bit that before, I think it was because it's uneven in that corner. Before the suspension was not ironing out all the bumps, little bumps, and what was happening is I could feel like the kind of rear is skidding a bit, you know, like it's just hopping over the bumps rather than taking them out.
Just from the slight vibration to the steering wheel, I remember what it's like in my car, that little centre bit of the road there, because obviously as you turn in, you want to sort of, as you follow that line through on the road, it's the front tyres are normally all over the place.
Right, let's jump to your car then.
Let's give it a go.
Right, so in the comp now, and we're going to try to do the same bit of road, so Joe can tell us the difference he feels. We thought it's probably the best to keep it that way, because I was in the passenger seat a moment ago, so we're keeping it the same.
The very first little bump in the road, and it's
this corner.
It's just not as settled as it nowhere near. definitely,
you can
definitely a good upgrade.
yeah, you can definitely feel all this kind of
Skittishness.
Yeah.
Yeah. My tyres are a bit cold as well at the minute, so just getting
I tell you what, after filming our last video when I was driving your car, I realized, or even here, you can feel it more.
and I'm sort of going like this in my seat, and I can, you know, it's unsettling really, all the movement.
Yeah, I realized that actually I quite like how the comp sounds inside. I know it's fake,
Yeah.
but I like the sound.
Better than the outside anyway. Wow. Yeah. At speed, there's a huge difference, isn't there? This lady must be sick of the silence. Yeah, it's this corner down here that's going to be the telling difference. I mean,
I think when you bit lower in the car, you also feel the speed slightly more.
yeah,
Oh yeah.
yeah. I should have looked at how fast I was going at yours, because I don't know how quick I was going at times, but yeah, it's definitely yours just feels a hell of a lot more planted now. Just gives you the confidence, doesn't it, to keep your foot in it, really.
Oh yeah. This bit,
yeah.
we couldn't hear it that much in a car. In my car now.
And you feel it, and you can hear all the panels creaking and everything.
Exactly, yeah. That is kind of gone. Well, not gone, but it's significantly reduced. Yeah, like now, low speed, it just moves so much, doesn't it?
Yeah. Yeah, this is just jiggling about all over the place. Yeah. I'll do the same bit around there. It's a nice car. Old Corvettes or something.
Not sure, but
yeah, this is jiggling a lot more, I feel. Like you still do jiggle about a little bit, don't you, in yours now, but like not to the point where you really feel it through the chassis as much. I think a nice upgrade for upcoming trips as well.
yes, yeah, definitely. I think for the ring, that's gonna feel much better this time.
Yeah. Well, I know that because on the 140 I had the adaptive suspension, which is supposed to be a step up from the passive, and people say like, oh, definitely worth ticking that option, but it always felt really crashy to me, and I tended to have it in comfort all the time because sport was too harsh, and then I switched over to the Bilstein B12, passive. Fully passive, so just coded it out, and to me it was definitely crashy still, but so much more composed. Just gave it a lot more confidence, a huge amount more confidence. So I'll go to the talk.
No, definitely there is. It's not placebo effect, or because I was thinking, it's always when you're excited, you've got something new, you think, oh, it's such an improvement, but then maybe it's not really, but it is.
It's a huge improvement. Yeah, completely changes the car. Because like we said before the video, like we both think that the OG felt harsher than this anyway,
and now it's so much softer than this.
And now it's completely the other way. Yeah.
So
it's yeah, it's nice, settled, I would say. Yeah.
Right, great. Thank you for the opportunity, and yeah, thank you for watching, guys. Please remember, like and subscribe, and I'll see you shortly in the next one. See you. Goodbye. Do widzenia.